Taurus. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again to give you just more good news. It's funny, fucking Leanne Rimes' Long Live Love is playing in the background, and when I leaned into your energy, what I got was swimming in it. Like, options. There's options, honey. Some of you are really moving forward, moving away, recovering from a pretty like dramatic or maybe like chaotic time. And you are very much so honoring your worth, acknowledging your power, your sovereignty, feeling yourself, coming into yourself. And in some ways, just like you swimming in it, however that means for you. You know what I mean? And that has a lot to do with your ruling planet being at home in Taurus. But either way, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this heightened, Venusian, comfortable, luxurious, like, there is almost like this, and I like it. I personally, I'm here for it. I am all here for that energy, all Cancer season. But I did want to, okay, what did come through is like, be careful of like being overly indulgent with food, because you can like really put on some weight that may be hard to get off during Cancer season. So it's just like, if you're going to eat that thing, make sure, like, if you're going to indulge, like, make sure that it's like good quality shit. And I feel like I don't have to tell you that. But you just may be tempted to like eat a bunch of Twizzlers, and you know what I mean, versus like having like the most decadent kind of like, you know what I mean, high quality thing. So Taurus, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there they get the Patreon plunge. Me and Spirit Squad dive deep and we clarify every card. Really get into the root of it, the heart of the matter, as Cancer season's all about. So if you're interested, it's as low as $8 a month, and you get access to all of my content, and there's levels to this shit just like there is in life. For daily tarot, for daily content, really not daily tarot anymore. I got too much shit to do. For daily content though, check out my Instagram, Instasham, at justj_everything. For TikTok, at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. me. Sorry, I'm like prepping. It's funny, Taurus, the throat. 3:33 on the clock. So that there's definitely been a lot of co-creating with the divine today. A lot of using my voice, using my throat. And I feel like in Gemini season, you have maybe mastered something, or come to a new understanding of something, that's very analytical about how you relate, how you communicate. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Take a moment with me, because what you're taking into Cancer season is going to be, and what you're leaving Cancer season with is going to be really important. Taurus, you are the sign of the senses, and so you have a very physical relationship to your intuition, and I do feel like there is a difference between senses and intuition. Both are resources though, and fine-tuning your connection to both is important. Differentiating your feelings from your spirit, your emotions from your hunches or gut instincts. Figuring out how to refine the process of you letting your spirit lead you, not your emotions, not being reactionary, not charging, so, you know, like being so quick to charge. And I think that may be something that comes with age. But Cancer season is the mother, the father, the end of the matter, the family, roots, real estate, property, living environments, the home. So there could be shifts in your living environment, or how you're decorating, how things are presenting. It'd be a great time for you to focus on comfortability in your home. If you know, don't, I feel like be fiscally responsible, be financially responsible, be wise. If you feel called to be conservative, you know what I mean? It's like pay attention, be wise with your energy, but also understand that it's okay that you feel worthy of more. When you feel worthy of more, you'll start reaching for more, and therefore more will be attracted to you. Your particular brand of more. You just got to start being very particular about what you want more of. On June 21st, Cancer gets the sun, and there is definitely this highlight on the soul, comfort, your private life, being a homebody, your home life, feelings. This is the season of I feel. And your ruling planet is feeling very comfortable in its sign, feeling very confident in its home sign of you, Taurus. And on June 22nd, Venus leaves home and goes into Gemini. And things get very interactive, social. It's like you got, you know, you're, you know, tiptoeing and everything, a finger in every fucking pie, half in, half out. Some of you may get really, really fickle, get really, really like picky. It's going to manifest differently for all of you, but I do feel like there is a duality here too, and you may be really experiencing a different side of yourself by way of maybe another person, by way of other people, by way of siblings, or, you know, kin, or learning something new. There is just some sort of curiosity to explore. And there's a certain level of stimulation you need to allow yourself. And if you're not getting that, and you need to be giving yourself a certain level of stimulation, Taurus, before you go expecting all this stimulation from other people. On June 28th, Neptune retrogrades in Pisces, and there's going to be definitely like tests in communication, a test in you like listening to your senses or intuition, things of that nature is going to hit different for everybody. I did feel like for you guys as well, there could be some definite stuff about body dysmorphia. So be easy on yourself with your body image, or the bodies on social media that you expose yourself to, the influencers that you expose yourself to. I feel like really, if you have children, get really on them about that. Not on them as in like scolding them, but like put them on game as far as like giving them good people to follow if you're going to allow them on social media. Like, fuck. Anyway, later that night, on the 28th of June, the new moon in Cancer takes place, and I'll do a separate video on that, but there is this what harvest are you ready to reap? What power are you ready to access? What chains are you ready to be done with? What are you ready to connect to versus attach yourself to? On June, interesting. If I was talking about the new moon in Cancer, and then on July 5th, Mars comes into your sign on Taurus. And for you, this is a big boost in moving forward. And I feel like you get, there's something that you're like ready to pursue, being a provider in the making, maybe someone coming in slowly, someone maybe with Aries, Scorpio, or Taurus placements. But I do feel like this is a great time for you to get shit done. That same day Mercury goes into Cancer, and your words are really colored by feelings. Everyone's words are very much so colored by feelings. And it's a great time to connect, a great time to like take it slow and really get to know people and like make new friends, attract new types of love into your life. It's a beautiful time. On the 13th of July, there's the full moon in Capricorn, and that is going to be a doozy. I feel like it's a fellow earth sign for you. The higher, it's like you guys are the baby of earth. They're the elder of earth. And there's this wisdom that wants to that wants you to access it. I feel like if you really are honest with yourself about how you want to make money, how you want, or what your relationship to stability is, what your relationship to comfort is, what you need to feel comfortable, what you need to feel stable for yourself, allow yourself, we've been talking about this for a while with you guys, like get specific about what you want, because Venus is at home, and she's like attracting the things that you want, and so she will call in what you focus on. So be careful what you focus on, or be intentional about what you focus on, please. On the 17th, though, she moves again. Venus goes into Cancer, and everything gets really like protective and family oriented and lovey-dovey and sensitive. So that's happening just in time for Mercury to go in Leo, and you feel comfortable being sensitive verbally and vocally. You really being more like playful and fun and expressive and communicative, and people being that way with you. And so I do feel like there's just, I've been saying it's lovey-dovey season, but I mean the readings have proven like that's not happening for everybody, but we're gonna see what's coming through. And lastly, that same day on July 19th, Chiron retrogrades in Aries. And so there again, we are going to be encountering a period of, what have you learned about your identity wounds? What are you doing about the identity wounds? Are you addressing them? Are you looking at the grief? Are you being honest about your shadow? There was a moment that I had about when I was in y'all's energy where it's just like, there was something about like, okay, there could be like kind of darker thoughts that come in. When I say darker, I don't mean suicidal. I mean angry, or maybe like negative self-talk. And I want you to really like look at the statements that are coming, or like unpack the imagery, unpack how, like, what's really being said, because I just feel like there's a new mental foundation that's going to initiate this new relationship to how you manifest or material stuff in your physical world, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's funny. So I had a what makes me translate this, and I'll just tell the story. I had like a violent thought, and I like out of nowhere, I verbally just like said out loud, I was just like, well, thank you, Shadow, for letting me know that if we need to motherfucking go there, we can fucking go there. But also, we don't need to go there. But just in case. And so I think something like that's happening for you guys. So, all right. And so it's like just because you have that kind of thought doesn't mean that like you need to act on it. It's just like thanking these different aspects of yourself for presenting themselves, because they need to be acknowledged so that you can move forward and drop the heaviness of you trying to deny their existence. You can move forward, you know? So thank you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Just take a moment with me. Light it if you got it. Hydrate. Chill out. Get comfy. I'm so hungry right now. Story of my life. There could be weird just relationships to food this season for you guys. So maybe under eating or even overeating. Either way. All right. Stretch, relax, get comfortable. Swear. Calling in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer season 2022. Calling in those messages by way of our benevolent ancestors. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer season 2022. When I just leaned in y'all right now, that just felt like psychedelic, honestly. It felt like a flashback. Some of y'all may be like microdosing or like dosing too much or dosing like at weird hours. The Emperor reversed, first card out. Interesting. This is Mars. Mars coming in. There may be... So first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne. What's your relationship to anger? And maybe, it's interesting, we were just talking about this. It's like, thank you, Shadow, for letting me know that, like, you know, we can fucking... I don't need to... I'm trying not to go back. I don't want to bring, like... I don't want to bring them up. I don't want, you know, there's just like, I needed to like learn that energy. I don't need to lean into that energy, but there may be someone, what's your relationship to anger? What's your relationship to control? What's your relationship to authority? Are you struggling with a boss? Are you struggling with someone that's being mean to you or saying harsh words? Are you not establishing clear boundaries? There may be somebody with Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that you're reaching out to or receiving downloads or insight about, clarity about. There also could be like issues with the father, feeling abandoned, feeling on the outside, arguments that you may be having with the father or a paternal figure in the family. This could be really like repressed anger starting to manifest in the body. So really do your part to not let anger like live in your body or to live in your psyche or to go unspoken. Like it's time to really address any anger issues so you don't lash out. And when Mars comes into your sign, it's not going to give a fuck. Ace of Wands just came out. When Mars comes into your sign, it like doesn't give a fuck about the smoke, and nor will you. You'll be like, my name ain't big, but I keep that flame, you know? So there definitely could be some sort of maybe even an encounter or a new opportunity. Some of you may also feel like you're struggling in your entrepreneurial pursuits, or you're struggling with your father. Some of you, your father is ill, or your father is not doing well, or your relationship to your father is really struggling or dwindling, and or is strained or non-existent in some sort of way. And there's the physical, spiritual energy coming in for you to really address these issues emotionally, for you to really heal some of the stuff from the father's bloodline, or heal some of the stuff that some of the wounds that have been caused by the father or by this boss. Someone that you admire may have fallen from grace in some sort of way. And I feel like the energy to heal that, the opportunity to heal is coming in. The exercises, the practices that you need to do to heal or balance, to balance, like to create order. Again, it's just like you will have the opportunity to do it. But I also feel like there may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming into your life. This is a new relationship. Some of you may be slacking on work because of a new relationship, because the sex is good, because of the sexual chemistry, or whatever it is. It's just like there is some sort of new passion or new relationship or new connection. If you are... I also feel, I just heard, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. In Cancer season, this is a great time to try something again. Understand, but don't be fucking dumb and ignore all the, excuse me, sorry, Mars. Don't be dumb and or be wise, excuse me, again. No, when you're not, yeah, some people are dumb, I'm sorry. Don't attempt this by just doing the same thing over and over. Learn what you should have done. Learn what went wrong. Evaluate the problem. Look at your work. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, do when you're when you were in like school and they like you had to show your work. I feel like there's something about like showing your work and looking at the work that didn't go wrong, or that didn't go the way that you thought it was going to. There is some sort of even like do-over or understanding. It's just like there's an opportunity to do something again, and you don't have to do it the way that your dad wants you to do it, or the way that your boss wants you to do it, or you are scared. You may have been scared to do it alone. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you may also be really struggling with discipline or structure, or sticking to something. There's something about like stick to the fucking plan. Make a decision, stick to the plan. See it all the way through. The thing about Aries is Aries are like, this is the Aries card. So there could be just some big like understanding in who you are. Aries is a sign of I am. And so there may be, by way of tension, by way of arguments, by way of secrets, by way of the mother, by way of the father, there may be some sort of, I just heard a really high-pitched noise. I thought like my kettle was going off. That's weird. There may be some sort of burn. Be careful of going really fast, or you could possibly burn yourself, feeling burned by the father, feeling burned by the Aries or the Scorpio. Issues with, but ultimately what's coming through is, hey, let's look at your relationship to authority. Let's look at your relationship to structure and discipline. Especially those of you who like were in the military, or there may be some way to apply that wisdom from the military in a very constructive way, versus in like a, traumatic, like, military way, militant way. All right, Taurus. It's like the fire comes in. I feel like Venus and like the energy that was cultivated while Venus was in Aries is starting to really present itself. Opportunities that you're going to be excited about. You just got to make sure that you're not holding on or holding out for something. That you're not putting off really healing or closing the door to something. Because 10 of Pentacles at the center of the... Yes, I'm like Venus in Taurus and then Venus in Gemini is going to have you swimming in it. Really appreciating yourself, really feeling valuable and drawing in value. And coming... And it's karmically due to you because you guys have been experiencing and healing from some pretty interesting... It could be light and disappointing, or it could be pretty profound heartbreak. Maybe somebody else with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. But that's the thing, babe, is that there's just so much knowledge that comes from and with this heartbreak, the disappointments. So center of the reading, this is feeling very family oriented, which is appropriate for Cancer season. This is a season of the family. And there could be something with like the head of the household. The father is coming up big time. The sun just came out. The Emperor is Aries, which is the coach dad of the zodiac. Leo is the good father. And so Leo, the closer that we get to Leo season, I think things get more positively abundant, get more prosperous, but also whatever red flags are there to be seen are going to be revealed. What's done in the dark will come to light. I do feel like there's also financial success available to you by way of you collaborating, allowing yourself to be more of a team player, allowing yourself to be generous. There could be something about also like taking care of your elders, or there could be a new baby, or a new baby in the family, or babysitting. There could just be more like you could be also talking about children. Maybe some of you are like maybe wanting to leave your current partner, and really like get young, wild, and free. There is success, there's warmth, there's forward motion, but there's got to be a certain authenticity or transparency that comes by way of you doing the really risky thing and facing whoever's maybe intimidating you or scaring you, or facing the memory of that, facing your own relationship to your own anger. Are you perpetuating any kind of toxic habits from your childhood, or from like your father, or a foster father, or a caregiver? There is just a need to look at your relationship to anger and how you express it, what its hold on you. A need to look at, maybe some of you, this is like maybe you were in the military, or your father was in the military, or someone that you're dating possibly was in the military. Could be triggering some things for you, some toxic behaviors that you really are trying to like move past. And I do feel like you have the opportunity to really like move forward. So final card, final message for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Final card, final message for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer season 2022. Things are on the up and up, babe. There is something about like forward. Things are on the up and up. New cycles. The Wheel of Fortune. It's like it's okay that whatever gets exposed is going to make things shaky. There's 2 10s here. Funny. 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, which is 19, and then 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So look at this. There's definitely like cyclical motions being highlighted. Patterns, ancestral patterns, habits formed in childhood, habits formed maybe while you were with or by someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Pisces, or Sagittarius placements. There's just still so much. It's like another layer in the fucking onion getting peeled back. There's still so much being revealed, so much to be healed. And the thing about it's like when you look at what's going on in your day-to-day life, when you look at what's going on in your work life, the habits that are formulated around your family or money or work-life balance, whatever cycles are on a consistent basis, they're to be evaluated, because there is this new relationship to your physical health, to your financial health that needs to be evaluated, and your familial health. Like, who is family? Who do you get to, what qualifies as family? Who gets to, like, just, do people get to just come into your life and instantly they get everything from you? Have you not learned that lesson yet? Chiron retrograde in Aries is going to bring that shit up again. And so there is something for sure about you looking at these like long-term behaviors, because if you don't do it, the divine's going to really drag you in the mud and force you to like look at it. It's like let go or be dragged into this place of like vulnerability. And if you really are willing to like look at your own red flags, if you're willing to allow yourself to reach for more, reach for vulnerability, reach for a different kind of intimacy, I feel like there is just a different sort of cycle that gets to come in. Something dreamier. And whatever gets revealed, it creates a sort of shaky ground, but the shit needs to be shaky because stuff is changing. Stuff is in motion. So the closer that we get to Leo season's about to be lit, but Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck says, hey, there are some statements that you have been holding on to, some things that need to be said. There could be legal stuff that needs to be addressed. Well, this is going to be a juicy ass plunge for sure. So be sure to join us over there at Patreon, patreon.com/justjeverything. Okay, so just to getting a final look at this just feels big, and it makes sense because the Wheel of Fortune says that this is a turning point. And not only is it just like, yay, like summer solstice and a new season, but like particularly for you, there are big changes coming in, things feeling in sync. Or not things feeling in sync, things feeling really shaky so that they can start to feel in sync. I also feel like there's just like in the ways that you have been down, in the ways that you have, in the ways that you've been down, you can easily be back up. In the ways that you've been up, you can easily be back down. There's just seasons for things. Preparing for all seasons. So there may be a new understanding, connection to a relationship with the father, a father figure, someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. The center of the heart of the reading being the Ten of Pentacles says that explore your roots. Spend time with your family. Spend time defining what family is, what success is, what wealth is, what health is, and what you do about it. Because there's some stuff that's going to be coming to light, some opportunities coming to light. Maybe somebody with Taurus, Virgo, someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Leo placements is really bringing stuff to the forefront, putting stuff on Jump Street possibly. The sun illuminates, the sun reveals. So I do feel like there's nourishment also to like your seeds. Like, ooh, okay, I like that. I like that these Ten of Pentacles looks like you planted some seeds. And I hope that you do that for, especially during the new moon in Cancer. You plant some seeds and then they start to really bloom. Sunflowers specifically, like they start to bloom. this prosperity, this abundance that wants to come in is divinely supported and divinely nurtured. More. You getting more is nurtured. There is like also newness, new beginnings, a new relationship to luck, to your fortune, to your worth. I just heard willing to risk it all. I'm definitely curious about this Emperor reversed, because I do feel like you're gonna have to be real careful about your temper. But let's take a look at it. I love you. Have fun. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.